All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Mario Kart Central for our World Cup coverage. This is France versus Peru on Mario Kart Tour, our last World Cup quarterfinal match for MK Tour, actually. And yeah, today I'm joined with Sanch.
Hello everyone, what's up? Yes, as my partner said, last match of the quarterfinals, and probably the most hyped match of this stage, as it's very well known that these two teams have a similar level. Actually, the top four seed is actually five teams that could fit in that top four seed, and this match is going to show two of them, in my opinion. So yeah, it's going to be really exciting to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the most anticipated match of this quarterfinals. As do want to point out, this is a rematch from last year's quarterfinals. Peru taking the win last year. Many at that point would have considered it an upset over France last year, but France looking for that revenge this year to move on farther into the tournament. Peru looking to secure yet another win. Uh, there's some very interesting storyline going into this matchup here. So yeah, very quickly we can run through the lineups here for both teams. Just have to scroll. Let's find them. All right, here we are. So Peru, we've got Skull, Seiya, Tactical, and Terrence for today. This lineup has would consider this one of their best lineups. Skull and Saya obviously talked about them many times. We've seen them many times on cast 2 weeks ago for group stage. Skull and Saya, so much high level experience playing for STK, premier LATAM team in the game right now. Tactical, solid player in his own right, leading his own team. So has much experience in that regard as well. Terrence, a very underrated bagger, I would consider him. Not many people know about him, but we're going to see him in full action today, bagging
Yeah,
for Peru.
yeah. As you said, this team is actually it's actually improved so much. After even after last year, as you said, tactical leading his own team and say and Skull having Division One experience overall. And then yeah, Terrence, it's not very known because you don't see him very often. But his bagging skills are really good. He can easily upset one of the best, like the best baggers in the world. I would consider. And yeah, now from French side, today we're having Romain, Kazuo, Kura, and Troy, if not mistaken. Um, I consider this one of the best French lineups. Again, the French has a lot of great names on their roster, so quite a difficult thing to like tell what's the best lineup. But yeah, as we see lineups, we're having a bagger battle between Romain and Terrence. It will probably determine what will happen if they will see a lot of shocks or not. Because I want to point out, yesterday we saw USA and Spain going together in a match, and something we didn't see. It's also because of the nature of the tracks that like the shocks are really not common. If your baggers are really good, you probably won't be seeing any shocks. Maybe one at the most two on these matches because um, but yeah, these teams have both great baggers and their running skills are just amazing. So I want to see how it ends.
Yeah, definitely. I want to point out that Kazuo's making his I actually think it's his World Cup debut, as we didn't see any play time from him last year on France's side. And 2 weeks ago for group stage, he was out of town, but making his debut as the captain of France in World Cup. And, very familiar name from Mario Kart 8. Great time trialer there, coming back to captain this team this year. And, where do we even start talking about him? One of the best players, formerly from Antumbra, when they were around. Overall, just great experience, not only with playing MKT, but leading a team as well. and with Kerr and Troy to support. Just great running power. Both of those players coming from Pro Nexus, the premier French team in the game at the moment. So much experience, high level experience all around for both rosters. I think it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, friends. Well, most of the players are for the I think right now ranked number one team by MKT, Pro Nexus Aqua, and some I think one of two players from the secondary French team. I'd say M3FR, and then Kazuo, who is right now I think it was in Dynamite for last season, but yeah, still overall great player, multiple world records, and yeah, Aurora members. Great pack play, one of the best in the world, I'd say. Alongside with Japan, their pack play is really good. Um, yeah, and the bagger is really good too. Both because they have two baggers and their both baggers are really insane. So, any any hot predictions between before the match, Mitch?
This match, like I've mentioned, out of the quarterfinals, probably the hardest to predict any sort of outcome. You know, I don't know. I've seen France scrimming quite a bit over the past few weeks, experimenting different lineups as well. Um, I haven't seen tables from Peru, but I'm assuming they're all still playing a lot, whether it's with Peru or with their main teams. So, oh, it's very rough. I definitely think a game three is in question here. Like I think we'll get a game three for sure.
Yeah, hopefully because
Um,
it will be our only game three from the quarterfinals. Yeah,
yeah,
Spain.
for MKT at the very least. Yeah.
Yeah, Spain yesterday was really close to get one, but they fell short. So I yeah I do want to see a match three, but it's hard. Yeah, as you say, it's hard to predict what's going to happen because this tour is a bit infame among the community. Um, Tracks are just not great for launch, and for Clan Wars is not the best also. Shocks can do a lot of damage, so if the baggers get one, they're probably winning the race. They should be winning the race. And just overall track experience, not the best. Like, we got some tracks that are just not very enjoyable, and some random things can happen and just turn around everything. Points where it doesn't matter like your level or your skill, because if you get rated off the glider, then your race is basically over. So as we have some of those tracks this tour, so that's why it's not the best. But yeah, hopefully we're seeing a better tour in 1 week because it's going to update.
Yeah, great point. As after today, we will see completely new tracks yet again for our World Cup matches, heading to Los Angeles for our next. Actually, for the rest of the event, actually, 3 matches remaining. We will be seeing LA, and a track that I think so many are hyped about, as many would consider it one of the best city tracks in the game. LA1, we'll obviously be seeing a new version of it, but for LA1, um, such a great track, very balanced, very fun to play. So seeing that again for the first time in so many months, it's been almost a year since we've seen it, and coming back to the game, it's going to be great to see.
Yeah, because like the first version of LA was actually really good. Like it was long, and then yeah, you had Nisk over there and just some shroom spots. Like overall a balanced track. I want to see what happens with LA2 because what I've seen, like the two photos I have seen for it, is like split paths, maybe some quirky like Nisks over here and there. And then I also that I think it was like unintended to for the players, but when they like get like the new pipe thing for Sunday, they just leaked Koopa Troopa Beach 2 reverse trick. I think that track is I was leaked that like last Sunday, and we will probably see that next tour, which is I'm not entirely excited about that, but it's something that players in the semifinals and finals have to take in count if they want to win it.
Definitely. So, unfortunately, we do have to keep delaying a little bit the start of this match, as we do need some new assets for our stream here. We had a last minute point of view change, so we have to account for that here. But we will be watching Seiya today on the side of Peru. Player we have casted before, I believe against Japan was our cast we saw him on. So very interesting point of view coming from, again, the team that looking for their second win in a row over France in this World Cup in quarterfinals. And yeah, I'm hoping that we can get this going sooner rather than later. I think if it gets to a certain point, we'll just start, but we'll have an incorrect graphic, but we can get that fixed, as again, it is being worked on right now.
Yeah. So also one important thing. If Peru is able to offset France this today, we will be having a remake of the top four teams from last World Cup. As if Peru qualifies again to semifinals, we're having the same four teams as last year. So
yeah, that is a good point. I forgot to mention that again, this is the last match of quarterfinals for MKT. We already know Japan and Mexico are facing each other in semifinals, which is another rematch from last year, except that was the finals. So only one of those teams will be moving on this year, and then we have US as well as the third team. Peru would make it the fourth, a complete remake of last year. Looks like we do have the graphic, so I'm gonna get that or direct our stream host's attention to that, and we can get going as soon as we get the go ahead from her. And yeah, we are almost good to go. And again, sorry again for this wait, as we had to account for a point of view change. Yeah, we should be ready in just a moment.
oh.
All right.
So room is full and just waiting for last minute things, and I think we're actually good to go. As
Yeah, we gave them the go ahead, so we are getting into this match finally. Again, super sorry for this delay. Here we go. All right, starting with the new track, Cheep Island here, again from Mario Kart Super Circuit, the newest track to Mario Kart Tour. And we've seen this track so many times already, but one thing to note is it's a great running track. I do think it has that going for it, but you also have these grass cuts. One you can see on the screen right now, kind of cutting off that very wide turn, and
is that a DC? No, it
might
screen
be
flood.
something with the point of view. That
Uh,
would be unfortunate if that is the case.
hopefully it's not a
Oh no,
DC.
he froze. He froze. His game
Yeah.
froze. I don't know if that's a reopen though, because
Yeah, when your game freezes like that, it's probably going to be a general DC. So, uh, yeah, so we have to wait a bit more, just just like that. But yeah, I do think that that track is really good at running. If you don't take into account that those grass patches, but if the pack is really close, then um, someone can pull shrooms, either a star maybe, and just obliterate the guy in first. But that's not really common. Like if you get a bit of a breakaway, you only can be taken with a shock or maybe a blue shell.
Yeah, but and the version also depends where those shortcuts are more located. For example, that would have been the normal version. The tracks or the shortcuts are more so towards the beginning of the track, which makes them a little bit less impactful compared to, say, the reverse version where they're towards the end. Just makes taking them all the more important, and like saving your items for that. And again, I'm not sure if that was a general DC or if that was just Seiya DCing. Well, guess we'll figure that out as soon as he rejoins the room. And yeah, we will get into this match. Eventually, it'll start, guys. All right, entering code now. Progress being made here, guys.
What? I couldn't vote for the poll. What? Bruh. Yeah, I didn't know it was a poll over there. But yeah, it should be good. One person left to join the room, and yeah, as I told you, it was a general DC.
All right, well, we may have the world record for one of the fastest room joins because we are getting started again. Quickly, same track, it looks like. And yeah, finally getting started here. Okay, cross your fingers for no freezes, guys. And we will finally get into the match.
Yeah, finally. Starting in first place, it's actually good for him. If he can take a really tight line, even if someone drafts, he might just maintain first. As yeah, to take that bit of a cup, nisk, whatever. You don't have, you can't have smart steering having you on. As positions fluctuate a bit, the guys who pull shroom will just be in the front. Not as good as, for example, rock, which is a lot worse. But yeah, tops right now have a bit of a breakaway here, but
It's a nice
I think that
red,
no, it
but
didn't connect. It
I
didn't
don't. Yeah,
connect.
I don't think that connects. That's a nice red onto skull, and with Kazuo getting that shroom for that cut, as we mentioned before, that puts him pretty far away in
Yeah,
first. That's a nice snipe from Troy, but he'll get traded actually. So 2-3-4 now
still
for
good because
Peru,
the guy
and
in
2
first
shrooms for
was gone.
Seiya is exactly what he wanted there. Coming up on the cut,
Hard
hard as
to,
well. He should be invincible for the rest of the race,
yeah, but
and all tactical needs is a few more
chain,
reds here.
two red chains should be doing the work, but thing is if you get them, because I think that was only one. No, two reds actually. I don't know why he didn't just spam the reds into the first place, but yeah, actually great job for Troy. I actually saw that coming. Like if I was say just going a bit wide just to avoid that. But yeah, Troy actually giving the first to his team, and the guy in first just gone. Uh, but I don't know. It was a 2-3-4. Yeah, 2-3-4 actually for Peru,
And
and
that's a disconnect
uh,
from France, I believe.
yeah, that's a disconnect from Kura, I think.
From Kura, yeah. So 2-3-4-6. Great
That's a,
start for Peru. Unfortunate about the disconnection there. Hopefully, we stop seeing those as this match keeps going, but that unfortunately does count for Peru's score there. That's a +5.
+5 for Peru, and the real issue here will be if Kura is able to rejoin the room fast enough, or we're seeing another room. Because
Yeah, I think they'll be fine.
probably hope.
And yeah,
Yeah, this track actually Choco Island 2 reverse. I'd say it's kind of a generic track. Yeah, we see in a DC.
No, unfortunate. That is France's first reopen here.
I think we, for some good reason, we're not going to see this track actually when the room starts back, because this track is, I'd say it's so generic, so it's like every other track. It's just not much fun to drive. Yeah, it's a good thing we're not seeing that, but again, another DC, sadly.
Yeah, the thing with this track is we've mentioned tracks that have, big shortcuts and, where they're located based on whether it's the reverse or the normal version. But this track just has shortcuts literally everywhere. So no matter which version you're playing, you're going to save your items for the end to take either to take that big cut to cut off that wide turn we just saw, or at the very end of that version, there's just a bunch of tinier turns that you can cut off with like a star or shrooms. So, but we won't be seeing it, I think, as the cups are going to rotate for the remaining races. So 11 to go, and great start for Peru, but like you mentioned, Troy had a nice play, unfortunately getting punished for it as Peru just had too much presence up in the front with Kura's DC.
Yeah, I like. I'm not sure why Tactical actually didn't spam the reds. I could have gone at the game first, but even with that, maybe he will have gone in first anyway. Yeah, so like Seiya, I think Seiya outlined it a bit of the guy in second, so he couldn't actually throw the reds. That's I think what happened, but it's some Moji experience after 25 minutes, only one race. But good thing, guys, we actually broke the record for shortest room reopen, and we actually heading back to Cheep Island, um, which means I think we're going to see Choco Island after this, if everything goes correct.
Yeah, it is possible. And do want to point out that is a substitution. That's Sabas coming in for Kura. And Sabas, another legendary name from Mario Kart in general, playing since Mario Kart Wii. Um, so much experience, just competitive Mario Kart in general. And every single table that I see from France, he just always has a great score and a great impact in the match. So, great choice for a sub from them. I think he'll be a great addition here.
Yeah, playing a bit of greedy there. He misses off 1 minute turbo, but he should be good here. If yeah, it's a bit of like you can go either side. I think it's a same speed thing. Maybe a bit of I don't know, a bit of slower path on the right left. Sorry, but doesn't matter. This red
Oh, I
actually,
think that red, yeah, broke on the dock there. So he only gets one to connect on Cosmo, but it looks like he got double coins.
oh,
Oh, but that's a great play. Getting someone from France hitting his second red off. So only one red now for Seiya going into this last set.
it should
Cosmo
be
with
spamming the red.
protection.
He should be spamming the reds because he's in a hard. He missed
A
his
little bit
line
of a
over there. I don't know what happened,
fail.
but these
That
reds are
is
actually
gonna
going to
connect.
connect.
Oh my
But
gosh! But it's too
again,
late.
it's too late, and actually he misses the line and he misses one crucial mini turbo, which denied him for getting a better spot on third place there. That's a bit of unfortunate, but I think that was all Seiya's fault, sadly. But yeah, again, I think now that this is actually a winning race for France by 1 point. Um, but yeah, still really close game. I think we see in players a bit of at least say yeah maybe doing a bit of a mistakes at the beginning. It's normal, like you're in bracket stage. You don't want to. You're a bit maybe overwhelmed by all this situation, but you have to focus and just do your best job ever made ever for those things not to happen. But now Choco Island 2 reverse. If you're able to get two cut items into the last turn, you're basically just winning a lot because this ending shortcut is insane. Like there are two ending shortcuts that you can actually take. You actually need two shrooms because of that. or just one Mega Mush. But it's really important. Like, if the pack is really close, the pack players will win. If the player in first is gone, he's probably getting first. So let's see what happens here.
All right, finally getting into this track, and great start for France with a lot of top positions, but again, not going to matter too much as we've discussed. There's just so much catch-up potential on this track. Shroom, first set for Seiya and Skull as well, so this is great for them. Gonna try and chain for maybe another Shroom. Skull, I think, hit the Piranha, so he has to burn his Shroom, but top two don't have defense right now. Sabas holding his Shroom. Okay, he Shroom's up now.
Oh, that mana was a bit of scary there, but right now Peru has to catch up. Maybe pull something good here because guy in first is actually really far away. I don't know if he pulled a shroom or he's just very fast for everyone else in the room. That I don't know what exactly connected to him, but he's going to take down that French member. And Seiya with this mushroom should be gold. As I don't know why he changed the mushroom there actually because he actually
He's
pulls
getting
another
two
shroom.
more, but he will get passed by Sabas on the line because of that blue shell connect.
Yeah,
And
I do think he should have missed that box over there instead of just chaining that mushroom there. He will have gotten even, at least fourth place and just make a positive race for Peru. But I think he might have misplayed that a bit. Shock comes in. No, I think it was a Peru shock. They will be holding it. But yeah, it won't do much as this race is just a +1 for France again. This little plus minus from each teams just make this war like very close. I think I'm not sure, but Castle right now might actually be at 30 points out of 30 points. So insane. Just all of that because of running and being in first place every time. I think.
yeah, I was just about to point that out. Kazuo, we saw him just take all of those nisks. He is one of the top T tiers, not only from Mario Kart 8, but from Mario Kart Tour. Has countless top times and knows just one of the best drivers in the game. I think he just stands out so much from so many other players, just driving wise. Um, and we haven't seen any blues yet, but that's going to be his downfall once if we see some of them from Peru in the next few races. Again, another bot, I believe.
Is that a bot? Oh no.
So that is Peru's. I think that's their first reset because I think Saiya's freeze caused a general DC. So one
Yeah,
reopen left for both teams at this point. But still, look at this score here. +3 for Peru right now.
even with that perfect GP from Casual, they're still a bit down. And for what I've seen in 3 races, I can just tell that Peru actually need to get a bit more in the front. They have to hit out Casual. Like these guys, Sebos, for example, I do think he has a great potential to play like he's a Division 1 level, even if he didn't play it last season. But he needed a bit of a more support from his teammates, and having great teammates in this French team is actually going to, as we saw, just let Casual running free and just protect him is going to be really crucial. Peru either needs to pull blue shells to be lucky and pull some blue shells like some I think it was DKR from from Hong Kong on the playing stage who pulled I think 6 or no a bit less, maybe 5 or 4 blue shells. Either that or just gain more front presence overall because they need to stop Casual at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be crucial that they make those plays, but I do think that Sabas was protecting Cosmo and their top two on Choco Island for a good amount of lap 1 into lap 2, but Peru using what we mentioned before, using their items to catch up at the very end. And also, I think they did actually hit Sebas out eventually with a snipe or something, but you know, they're doing the work, but coming down to, I think, Troy right now. And you know, that track in particular that we just saw, you do need to have someone in the back. Someone has to catch up at the end. You can't just run in top 3 and expect to win on that track in particular, but a little more support was needed. Even though it was a winning race for France in the end, it was pretty almost necessary there that they had a little bit more presence in the front towards the end.
Yeah,
But
yeah, what that's all you need. And this track is actually good for them, at least for Peru, if they want to capitalize a bit on having front presence, because you can gamble. If Castro doesn't get a shroom, he wouldn't be in first for this first part of the race. So that's all that you need. Actually, putting shrooms in here will be really good. And Seiya getting one shroom, that's great. And I think Castro is not getting the shroom. So I think that situation is actually great for Peru, but now they have Troy in first. It's not going to be easy to get him out. But this green was a good effort, but not going to connect. Seiya with a shroom in second. This is actually a bit scary. He opts to go to the taking the long path, just not risking getting like third red shield. And for the bagging battle, we've seen the minimap. I think France is winning at least a bit more than Peru. So Seiya needs to do something here. With this shroom, he could be in second place actually. If the guy in second decides to shroom, wait, it's a Troy in second. He pulled a shroom in first or in second. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure who of them has that red shield. So Seiya has to gamble here, just take the cut and try to get them out of this set. Maybe a bit of a snipe there. It doesn't quite connect it, and Seiya having a bit of trouble with this track overall, not getting the MT strats, and just this red is not going to do much, as he actually needs to do something to break these top spots. Going to the last part of the race, he has to be careful here.
Yeah, once you're in tough spots at the glider, it's almost impossible to break them. He could maybe shroom, but a Nana on the glider there, it's gonna cause him to fall all the way down to the bottom, and that's a top 2 for France. Yeah, when you don't have the top presence after that shortcut lap 2, the mushroom one, you don't have much of a chance without, you know, blue or red or something like that, and Peru just didn't have that. France ran very well, and I believe that was another plus 10 for Kazuo in first, I believe, at least. And again, not successfully hitting out Kazuo in the front. That's 40 points in 4 races, and Peru, they need to start putting that pressure on right now.
Yeah, I think at least the way that Seiya took the shortcuts, I think there's more efficient ways to take them and actually like get gain of 1 mini turbo, like charge a mini turbo in mid-air is actually a bit faster. But Seiya doing a bit of a mistakes here. I think he might be a bit nervous. He needs to calm down because he's a really great player. I know him, and I know he can do better than what we have seen. And surely, even without Kazuo taking one shroom there, he was able to just come back all the way back in like second place or third, and just getting Seiya, because he sadly he did pull a shroom and a coin in second place, which is not what you want. Because of that pull, Seiya was like he needed to go like wide, and Kazuo just take the cut and just secure that top 2 with that point. But if they need a track to like to come back, Peru, this might be the track, as we see 2, 3, 4 right now for Peru, Kazuo in first, as we can see.
Yeah, last being Romain right now by a good margin. However, I do want to point out this is one of those tracks, very interesting tracks in that it's very long, but it only has 2 item sets, not including, you know, those clam item boxes. But
Was he top 3 actually? I don't know what
yeah.
happened to Castle. He maybe got hit, but maybe someone can cut here and break this top 3 a bit. The Seiya missing that dash panel is going to be a bit bad, but yeah, still a top 3 nonetheless. The guy that banana is actually going to be a bit scary, but he is able to take out his trail without hitting his teammates. And all they need to do now is just hold this top for most longer as he can. And even though Roman won the bagging battle, we didn't see any shocks coming. If the shock is coming, it's right now. This
Oh
blue shell is
no,
going to
this
do a lot of
blue
damage.
shell.
But maybe
Is he gonna
don't.
hold third?
Yeah.
Maybe not. No.
Oh, that's
And a red on to boot, but still a top 2 for Peru. I think what that came down to was Seiya getting that draft underwater lap 1. That was huge. He was able to carry that shroom to first, and he had team support, and that just kept the front presence going all the way up until he got blued. So that was great from him to get that draft. Really nice. He was able to stay on the ground too. Sometimes underwater physics, you can float up into the air and you'll lose time by doing so, but able to stay on the ground now, I think that was just a perfect draft from him to carry that shroom to first.
Yeah, that was really good. And I think without that blue shell, it will be a top 3 for Peru. Sadly, did that happen, and sadly for Seiya, times 2, the guy in 6th or in 5th had a red shell, which is really bad actually. Really bad pull, but it worked out for them. Good race for Peru. I think the difference is just 1 point, even really even war actually, and this track could be the game changer here. Both of these teams could actually take on a big swing here. If they decide to not back, however, they will maybe back here, as they don't want to risk a shock coming or something like that. But Seiya starting in first is actually good for him. He might be taking this here, and if he pulls a shroom, he might just be gone. Okay, yeah, let's see what happens. Short track, I think, yeah, we're not seeing any baggers. People just wanted to stay like in mid to back boxes just to get good items to cut. And
he may just want to spam that. Yeah, that connects onto Sabas. No, it connects onto Kazuo actually. Good red from Seiya there. He may just want to throw this one too. Just get it off.
Yeah, he should be. Alright,
yeah, that connects.
Now.
2 great reds for Seiya. A little bit of sloppiness. Star coming up for Terrence. Triple shrooms as well.
3 for Peru. They can mostly hold it unless a shock's in play.
Almost top 4 even, it looks like.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge race for them. Top 2, I don't know. Yeah, Skull getting like fast in the line because of everyone getting shrooms and things to cut. But top 3 nonetheless. Top 2 fight 7 actually. 8th place going to France. Is going to be like I told you, a big swing for Peru. This track is actually like perfect for doing those things.
Yeah, those reds from Seiya, absolutely huge. Taking out Kazuo and Sabas on lap 1. And then another green snipe onto another French member up front on lap 2. Great pack play from Peru there. Really gave them the edge. Even with shrooms on that track, if you are hit out, unless you pull like triple shroom star or really good combo of items, you really can't catch up. As one of those shortcuts that we saw in that version is just a Nisk, so everyone takes it, and it makes it very difficult. So just great stuff there from Seiya in particular to pull the lead now to plus 10 after the halfway mark for Peru.
Yeah, and I'm starting to get a bit worried about this time that the room has been charging. We might not see this track, which is actually, well, it's one of the best tracks actually in the tour, I'd say. But yeah, I think we're not seeing like just right now. And so yeah, after that race, if you're like, I think you have, yeah, that was a plus 11 race for Peru, which is, it might not sound too much, but to put it in words, if you get top 3-8, you get the same difference, like point difference as last race. So you could like technically like it's a bit better just to have top two uh like top 257 instead of top 3-8. I think it's just a bit of a more demoralizing. I'd say like if the enemy team gets top three, you actually I think you feel less better than for example last race. So friends, like yeah, that track actually could have gone well for both sides. Um, for Peru's luck, it actually ended up going well for them. And France, I think, yeah, like the difference is really not much. So they should be trying to again get their best game going. And while we have seen, just they have to protect Kazu, and Kazu is just going to run the fastest as he can. And yeah, Peru, they were able to take Kazu like this track, and if they notice that taking Kazu is actually what you need, but like I'm not sure. Like yeah, that was a good race for Peru, but France can easily bounce back like for the next race if it's for example a long track like Troopa Beach. But yeah, I think the best is yet to come as we're waiting for the room to be reopened.
Yeah, still anyone's game, but the two races Peru have managed to hit out Kazuo, they've won them, and I think they've realized that now, and that's what they're gonna capitalize on for the remaining of the war if they want to take a win here. But yeah, this has been very unfortunate with how many DCs we've seen so far. This might be the most we've seen on a cast so far, but yeah, MKT just not so forgiving with these disconnections, but another world record reopen. At least the teams are being quick with rejoining, since we're going to get right back into it on N64 Koopa Troopa Beach. I think this was the normal version. I didn't quite catch it. So this one has the very interesting NISC on lap 1, where you can get up onto the glider ramp, which is suspended in the air on lap 1. Normally impossible without a mushroom, but you can NISC it with a super mini turbo leading up to it, the ramp. So we're going to see if any players opt to go for it, but look at all these mushrooms up here. It looks like not many people are going to even have to attempt it.
Yeah.
As, yeah, Kazuo going to burn his shroom to take the cut, keep his first place.
Yeah,
that wasn't a hit, so Skull is still up here at the very least.
At least the top 4 taking the cut there. Actually, if you don't take the cut lap 1, I think your race is a bit more over. Like it's really hard to catch up if you miss that because of the nature of the track. Sebas getting taken out, all they need is just take down Casual. As I think Skull just going wide to get tactical threats onto Casual. This room is actually a bit scary, but I think they're able to just take the glider right now. And this top 2 looks really promising actually. And let's see if, okay, yeah, Skull breaks into the top 3. They are actually really close. This rally is actually huge for Seiya. It actually connected into Casual. It's going to be a top 3 for Peru, just like that. And what an awesome play for Seiya over there. He noticed that the battle for the 4th place was going really close to him, and as if it seems like the red was going to tactical, he even had protection, so he doesn't have to worry about a duplicated red. But doing that, Seiya is able actually to hit Casual from behind him, like side red him, and just take him out like that. It just shows that Seiya has great control of his surroundings and how this game works. And yeah, still, it's cool doing great pulls, like going wide just for tactical to red Castle in first, and then just got a bit wide just to not get side-redded over that play. Just perfectly executed. Great job from Peru. And France needs to be stepping up a bit more. They just can't have Castle in the front. They just need more from France too. Even if you have Castle, just it doesn't seem enough with having all Peru behind him.
And now heading into Cheep Island trick here. Another first place start for Seiya. I think that's maybe his third time we've started up here, which is great for Peru, getting front presence early. Okay, maybe Sabas coming up actually, so maybe he can get a quick snipe off, but he has a Shroom in first slot, so he may just opt to take the cut and get into a more comfortable position. A little bit of a driving. I don't think he was trying to commit to the cut, but he got bumped, so he had to kind of just burn his mushroom there.
Either that or he just tried to get the trail off Sebos, but I don't think that was a good play to make. But yeah, right now Peru having some front presence. He's using to like they all need to do is just take the guy in second, but he will start pressuring with red shields and bomb in third. Could do a lot of I didn't actually.
Okay, it gets sniped off or something. So right now, this is honestly this is ideal for Peru. Unfortunate red shell. Sabas got taken out as well though from first place. That puts top 2 for Skull and Tactical. And bagging battle looks like Peru's holding down last 2. Really no danger here for their top 2.
Fighting for that second place as it doesn't seem too secured, but I think he got taken out, yeah. And this red is actually going to, I don't know what exactly happened, but Shock comes in.
There it is.
I think it was a Peru Shock actually because
Is this another top 3?
It is.
Oh my god.
3. Oh no, it isn't. But it was
so close.
Yeah,
but wow,
it's really good. It's a plus 11 if the bagger can get the 7th place. So I think actually that was a. I can't really tell because they were a bit far from the finish line, and just for Seiya dodging, I think it was a very risky play. If that was Peru, then just all the props to them. But it was a French Shocks, then it just makes sense because of like you're in the back, but. Seiya dodging in there is actually huge for them. Top 2 for 7, plus 11 race for Peru. Once again swinging a big race here. And yeah, just Peru just doing amazing stuff there. Like, for example, we saw Sebas pressuring the guy in first with the red shells. By the guy in first, I think it was Skull, just decided to drop the position and just make like Sebas going to the boxes in first place, which actually changed all the situation, and they were able to hit Sebas out of that. So amazing things we're seeing about Skull and just Seiya dodging and Tactical just helping in the back. They're just securing great jet races. They have 2 races that have been crucial for them, and if they can carry the momentum into race 9, actually, they are running out of time, friends. They need to think something here, and this track is actually like it could work in your favor if you have the right items and if you have the right luck, of course.
Plus 32 is the difference now with 4 to go, and yeah, really looking dire now for France. They need to get the front presence going early. That's what really was helping them win those early races. But right off the bat, top 2, but yep, those thwomps gonna come down always at the same spot every time, and they will hit Seiya there. 2-3 now for France. He has the Shroom though for the respawn, as does Skull. They may opt to do it. Actually, maybe not.
Yeah, it's not that crucial to not do it, but I want to point something. France decided to stop bagging, so they are running now. Terence, the only thing he needs to do is just pull Shock in case things go wrong. I will now see bottom 2.
It would even be great for Terence if he starts to catch up. I think he is doing that, but just to stay in 8th while being behind the pack makes his position all the more powerful back there. Another Shroom for Seiya here. Could go for a respawn if he wants. But yeah, he needs to start putting pressure onto 3rd. Nano coming up. That connects onto Troy. Wow, what a snipe. 2-3 now for Peru. All they have to do is take out what I'm assuming is Coswell again in first. Is that a blue that I just... No, okay, I was seeing things.
Skull just needs to chain reds here, but I think he didn't got him. Just if he gets a hard second place, sadly for him, that pull is great, but not in that moment. And that's bottom 2 for Peru, showing that running at least on that specific track situation actually paid for Peru. And if that Nana didn't hit Troy, that will have been a disaster for them. This race is actually really huge for Peru. I think. No, for France. Sorry, I think they are. That's like a +9 for them, which is the combat that you need and you like. Going into last 3 races, I think they need to start like thinking about that because if 4 French people decide to go in the front, I think their front presence is going to be a lot better than Peru. But if you decide to all run on this track, I don't know if that's going to end good, especially on this track. So let's see, Peru is actually getting the track that they need at this point.
Yeah, for sure. And not quite a +9, some +5. Again, that bottom 2 really hurting Peru there. So, helping France actually. So they get a +5 off of that race, bringing lead down a little bit. So it's a good start, but yeah, France are really gonna have to play so well on this track, a crucial track to win if you're France right now. Top 3 to start, but I don't know if I really like that, as this track again so dependent on catching up towards the middle end of lap 2. Mega for Seiya right now.
If you can wrap, I don't think he's going to be able to.
Not quite. That's an early star usage for a French member, I think. Or no, it was Peru actually.
This bull is
all the way up to second.
I don't know. He should change just Mega Mushroom and just hope for another Mushroom to towards the last set. Shock.
No, a Shock coming in. He gets a Crown Mushroom, and he has these six mushrooms in second place. He is. There's no way he doesn't get first. And top 2. Yeah, that's I think was that a triple shroom for Skull too? Yeah, that was.
It was
unbelievable.
Terrence getting that clutch shock is just so good for them, and I think it's not current just yet. I think, but just coming back for this, you actually need like a top 4 and then a top 3-5, something like that. Some sort. Terrence doing absolutely out of his mind job, and Seiya holding that Mega until last lap. School doing that too was actually really good. Even without the shock, I do think they both could have recovered well and just end in a good position overall, because that set was just insane, and actually getting 2 triple mushrooms for Seiya just bruh.
Alright, yeah, like we just saw, those triple shrooms cut off that entire off-road section starting at the last set. So if you use your mushroom there, you make it all the way to the line, or pretty much all the way. You might have to hop once or something, but you make it to the line with triple shrooms, and that was just the perfect shock for Terrence. What a great shock play there. So minus 36. So this is still mathematically possible, as again, minus 38 would make it able to tie, but with a top 4 and like a top 3-5, they can still win. But the chances of that, so low. But we do see France running. Now, one thing we saw from previous casts is that when teams were far enough behind to the point that they had to all run, nice snipe on the Troy there, when they were far enough behind that they had to all run, teams opted not to and continue to bag. And that just confirms their loss. But, you know, this is World Cup quarterfinals. If you lose Yao, you are out of the tournament. So you have to do all you can to have a chance at the win here. But Troy gonna fall pretty far from that red, but still promising up front at the very least.
Bushel comes in, I think. They could have just hold that Bushel a bit enough just to make him respawn into the glider. They could have done that, but Seiya holding this room in 6. If there's no shock, then he can still have a great chance to get first. This Nana, however, is going to die a lot. Top 2, bottom 2.
Top 2 suddenly for Peru. Yeah, no, they've got to take care of this now. But this Mega is gonna hurt. Is gonna hurt their chances. I think he connects that onto Cos. No, he's still here. Okay.
At least in the guy in 6th place. But yeah, this first from that red shield.
It's a red. But I don't think that's not enough.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, great race for Peru, as Terrence is able to just bounce back from last place and build into 5th place, which is actually great. Great job for him. And those 9 points don't actually represent the job he did actually for this team. So congrats for Peru winning the first match. And if you're friends now, then you actually think like you have to think what we missed. Maybe even without like as I told you at the beginning of the transmission broadcast. Kazu, for example, Sembos example, Sembos is really good at running, but if no one can protect him, he will just fall short into the other team's pressure. But even France having three great runners like Kazuo, Sembos, and Troy, they weren't able to keep up with Peru pack presence and just staying in second place, just chasing the first place down. Just amazing job for them, and yeah, Terran's job in the back, just outstanding. They're getting the shot what they needed. It was actually a great job. So this last race is just for transition, as Peru already getting plus 2 points. Like they already won. I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they've already 234 is the score to beat, and they've already done so. So it is indeed the end of the war here. The result is final, and yeah, like you mentioned, you know, France, like you really can't discount them here. They have some of the best runners, you know, in competitive right now. Kazuo, Sebas, just so great when they're in the front, but Peru, we see they are the masters of pack play. They've done it so many times over and over again. France just don't have an answer to the pack play, and they're just getting punished for it over and over again. And I think, you know, France, if they have a player who can take on that role and start making more pack play as opposed to just pushing up to the front, that can help make all the wonder for them going into a second match. I think a substitution, because like you said, all three of these runners for France are mainly runners. If they can make a substitution to help out with that pack play, I think that's going to benefit them so much going into a second match here.
Yeah, I think so too. As last race ends, Seiya getting top, Peru getting top 2, sorry. And actually pointing Seiya, actually, like he recovers from his first match's errors and now playing in another level completely. Props to him, props to Skull's great decisions, pack decisions to make the miracles over there, and tactical as well, doing great job. Props to them, 1-0, they need another win just to get into semifinals, and they have the momentum going out into second match. Let's see if they can carry it.
Yeah, again, congrats to Peru. France, you know, we know the adjustments they need to make. We'll have to see if they are able to make them going into the second match. But right now, we're going to figure out what teams want to do, if they want to take a break or go right into this next match. And then we will get started here. But again, congrats to Peru. What a great direct counter, even. We saw France, you know, starting to pull away a little bit. They had those winning races. They knew they were capitalizing on their running ability, but Peru read into that immediately. And it was just a great direct counter, I think, was their just amazing pack play they were able to have later on in the match. But yeah, let's figure out what's going to happen. I think for now, I think we're safe to go into a break for at least a few minutes, and we will be back with the second match of Peru and France. So don't go anywhere. All right, everyone, welcome back for the second match of France versus Peru. We are getting right into it here, and this is, I believe, Peru hosting second match. We are getting in right now. This is RMX Rainbow Road 1T, and yeah, I'm joined again by Sanch for this match. It looks like lineups... Okay, we have Kura coming back into the match, and Gents actually subbing into Bag. Interesting, because I don't think there was any particular issue with Romain bagging. I mean, we did see Terrence clutch up really well on those last few races, but those were when... I think both of those were when France was all running, so I'm not sure if it was necessary. But Gents, great bagger in his own right. I think he'll do a good job. Already in last, so that's good for him at the very least. But
yeah, I want to point that either Kazuo or no, sorry, Romain or Jen's bagging is like it could be either way. Just they are really close each level. So right at the back, Peru getting top two. Actually trying to go wide as we see
I think
tactical.
tactical and first the star. That's huge for them.
Yeah, it
And
is.
top 3 even now. This is
They-
already looking so strong for them.
If France has shock. Oh, the blue shield coming in. He's going to dodge the blue shield actually. This red is going to be
nice
huge
red.
for them. And this top 3 looks really promising. Actually, at least they got first already. So they just have to just protect this back play, these top spots, and they should be just gone.
Oh, what is that? Okay, France coming up suddenly. He's in a heart. Yeah, it's Kura, so he'll just hold on to that.
Lost
oh,
first. Oh my god.
What? I don't know what he got hit by.
Kura warping into the front and just getting redded. Like he got a heart and a red and just took down tactical. He getting double coin on that set. Or even he maybe got double coin 2 times. So I'm not entirely sure why that happened, but
that is not normal lag. Certainly not normal lag. I have no idea where Kura came from. But he takes out Skull on the lines, so or was it tactical? I can't remember. One of them. He takes them out on the lines, so getting first. I mean, great on him at the very least, but
that looks so good. Actually, good for Peru, but just all of a sudden everything changed. Like top 3, the guy in 3rd place got hit out, and he got 6th place. So all of a sudden, top 3 changed out to be a +1 for France, salvaging that Kura with that. I don't know what that was, but yeah, even match right now. Cheep Beach, no, Cheep Island. Oh my god, I'm teeing right now. But yeah, let's see what teams can do over here. Starting with random spots always at the start of MKT. But after this turn, maybe someone gets hit out. Yeah, that green shield is actually going to connect with 2 people, or at least 1.
No, Kura. Yeah, I'm looking at his cart. His movement is a little sporadic. That's,
that green shield
a little suspicious. But that green, I think he connects on his teammates. So that's top 3 for France right now.
Yeah, he might want
to. He has a mushroom. Yeah, he'll have to mushroom to get rid of his. But his Nana gets lagged away, and Kazuo can get the red off. That's unfortunate for them. There is some catch-up potential. We mentioned before these grass cuts that Peru can utilize with their items here, but that bomb is a little suspicious. Okay, no, it's not going to hit anyone. So Peru can make it up to the front, but look how far ahead Kura is already. That's going to be super hard to break. Kazuo can be passed up, but
yeah, throwing
gonna have to be a lot more work to break this up.
Yeah, this bomb, if this bomb connects, it's not going to.
Too wide, yeah.
Yeah, top 2 for France, actually really good. But yeah, like even if Peru's laggy, if Peru's host, players are just warping a bit more than usual. I'm not sure why that is. But still, like winning race for France. But yeah, sadly for Peru, they couldn't. After I think it was like the 3rd turn, Seiya's unfortunate snipe to his teammate made them stay in top 3 for a good amount of the race. And yeah, they could catch Kazuo, but they couldn't catch the other 2 guys in the front. So good for them. But yeah.
Yeah, I think if Seiya, he got what, shroom and a bomb. I think if his last set had been a little bit better items, he may have had a chance at catching Troy. But that bomb, and especially since you're taking that turn really tight, your angle's going to be messed up as you're in the water with the bomb. Maybe it would have been possible, on a different type of turn, but Going into Choco Island 1R, again, another Choco Island here. We saw Peru have a very strong race last time. We'll see if they can do that again on the reverse version.
Yeah,
Looking at all of the Toads and Toadettes here. One Shy Guy, a little bit unusual, but...
Yeah, but just one. The players are just more used to try to get those triple mushrooms. As the spam comes in, of course.
Early aggression. I think, yeah, it hits... I think it was France. They hit Seiya and Gents, but I think that's a fair trade. But still top 2 right now. But all French players look like they're going to be taking the cut here. Seiya coming up behind.
No,
that's an unfortunate trail from Gents.
No, he got one of the worst pulls you can actually take in 6th place. This guy in first is actually getting first. This
still though,
help maybe a bit. Yeah, getting into 4th place actually for Seiya, but that bottom 2 is going to hurt a lot. As yeah, that was unfortunate for Seiya, but good for him. He got the box in 8th place, so he was able to pull a bill. But that wasn't the story for Skull and Terrence, who they got bottom 2. And France again winning the race, keeping the momentum for them. And now the difference is going to be like a plus 13 for France or some sort.
Yeah, that trail onto Seiya from Gents at the beginning of lap 2, that really made all the difference there. As he had a green and a shroom is decent when you're in 3rd place, which is where he was going to be, but unfortunately getting taken out leaves him with those items in pretty much last, and that's not going to be useful there. But going into Armex Choco Island, 2 Choco Islands back to back with this particular cup, and Seiya starting in first. He'll have to take some plays up front. He has support actually from the very beginning. This could be good for him. Double protection right off the bat is great, but gonna fall actually. Maybe that looked like it was on purpose. Probably going for shrooms.
It was
only a red, but
yeah. The thing with this track is you want to secure a cutting item to take this final turn because it's really powerful. But Seiya not getting the luck today on this track, not pulling a single shroom since he dropped. Not the best for him, but staying in 6th place with the pack really close. What's Kazu doing? Oh my god, I see him warping a lot. But this mega pull is actually going to help
Mega's
him.
Great.
Yeah.
No shrooms for 3 sets in a row on lap 1, but this mega now is huge. He hits Cosmo, yeah, that's huge for him.
He didn't drop? What?
Red connects. Red connects on Kura, and he can trim into first. And a shock dodge, yeah, great. And top 2 even for Peru.
Yeah, Peru dodging in 1st and 2nd place. Not sure if it was a Peru shock. It should be a Peru shock since Kazu was in 1st. And Seiya not pulling shrooms until that set. He actually pulled a shroom in the lowest probably spot he could have gotten, like in 2nd place, but not getting shrooms in 4, in 5. I don't understand this game, bro.
Yeah, interesting item distribution because what we've noticed, especially since the last update, the last multiplayer update, is more power items can be pulled in more mid positions like 3rd and 4th, which leaves higher probability of pulling items like reds and greens in 5th and 6th. So just really opens up the item distribution across so many positions, and it makes it so unpredictable. That particular race, we definitely saw that from Seiya's perspective. 3 boxes in a row in like 5th and 6th, as you said, and no shrooms.
Yeah, so fortunately for him, he got it when he really needed. And actually going to Guy Bazaar trick version, no reopen so far, hopefully. Oh no. Okay, I think just my stream is lagging.
Yeah, hopefully. The lead only plus 2 now for France. No. So great recovery from Peru on that race. Alright, it looks like MrSanchZ dropped out a little bit. I think his internet may have cut out, so... Oh, maybe he's back. Not sure. We'll get that situated. That green kind of close from Seiya, but this is 2-3-4 right now for France. He can go for another snipe on the straightaway. It's a great opportunity to do so. Yeah, maybe like coming up here. He could have gone for one, but that's still a hit onto France, I think, from first place. Maybe a trail that leaves just Troy in second here. But Seiya can shroom up here. Troy also having the shroom, so he'll take first. But with 2, 3, 4 being Peru right now, and this this is looking. Yeah, I think Peru may have shock. Seiya drops out. Tactical holding his heart for a very long time right now. I think shock's in play for Peru. It looks pretty likely. And 2, 3, 4, that's perfect. They can target shock first place whenever they see fit, but yeah, this is looking great for Peru right now. Shroom for Seiya, no protection, but if tactical dodges here, he wins the race. Yeah, opting to heart right now. Maybe no shock in play at all, though, as they probably would have used it by now.
Yeah, this 2, 3, 4 is actually going to be maintained as so they weren't able to hit the guy in first, but 2, 3, 4 is still decent for them. Shock was hold. I think it
Held
might
by
have been,
Peru then.
I
Probably.
don't know, because I saw someone in a heart in third place, so it might have been a French shock. I just hold because of Kazu in first, or I don't know who was in first.
Yeah, Kazu or Troy.
Yeah,
I think Troy actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the card. I think Kazu uses one different card. And yeah, my Costa Rica company, actually net company, is actually not letting me cast that last race, but 347 for Peru, plus 3 race if not mistaken, and they're chipping away with it, and I think they're actually in the lead now, if not wrong.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it more, and like if Peru had it, they definitely would have used it. I think dodge tactical in third and secure first, but I guess France, they either pulled it late or they didn't have the dodges in fifth and sixth to make any sort of difference. So yeah, unfortunate there for France. That's my only like logical explanation for that.
I think because if they get shocked dodge in fifth or sixth, they could either risk Castle not getting first.
That's also true. Yeah.
Yeah, not sure. Either no dodges or just pull it late. That's all I can think about. +1 for Peru going into race 6. They actually bounced back for the awful start they got, and they are now even again, going into Koopa Troopa Beach reverse version. This track is a bit hated among all players because of the spam that you're involved going into last turn. Seiya hitting a trail here, not the worst actually, but Kazu I think as well dying. 34 again.
34 again, yeah. And we've seen Peru do great work here last race. Can they do it again?
Ooh.
Unfortunately, a little bit of lag trails for Seiya. Troy shrooming up, and that's a red from 6th onto him. Mega, though, can recover a bit.
Yeah, it can be good if they are maybe holding a shock, but Mega is not going to help a lot. He should chain here, or he's holding the Mega actually.
Holding it, that could indicate it's in play. Looks like Terrence is running, so he may have already pulled it. Mega being used now.
They might have it because he's holding a start too. Tactical holding.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a shock. There it is. Blue gonna.
That's actually a great play. Even if like the blue shell actually oh no, Kura with that star is going to clutch the second place for him, but 1-3-4 for Peru is still decent. Yeah, so this shock, maybe they wanted to maybe Peru like French members were holding dodges or something like that, so they decided to shock there because they let French players into boxes, which led to Kura pulling a star in a good position. And Star and Shroom was just all it took to get second place again. But props to Terrence again pulling a shock when it's needed, and it's a 1-3-4 for them. Seiya spamming that blue shell is actually a great play because when he threw the blue shell, I think it was calling first, still recovering from the hit from the shock, so he didn't get hit by the blue. but instead, either Castle or Troy, who was near him, they actually took the hit, I think, or that was something I saw. I'm not sure if I saw that correctly, but they had, yeah, he needed to get rid of the blue because it wouldn't be useful later. So great shot from Terrence there. Peru in the lead once again, and France starting to getting a bit cornered. They need to start recovering right now if they want to force a match 3. But these Peru backplays are just great, and Terrence pulling the shot where they need is just perfect for him. As a top 2 with Shrooms, yeah, this it is good for him. They can take this shortcut on the left of after that bridge. Troy streaming into first is not the best play, I'd say, but Seiya with this hard is going to be a lot great. Like it will be great for him, as he could be invincible for the rest of the race if he uses that correctly. Kura pulling reds in second place. One at least is going to be lagged.
Yeah, it's lagged away. So 2-3 now. Yeah, he has to yield to another. Oh no, he drops. Okay, yeah, good play. Drops to let Skull red out Kura there.
That's
leaving
great,
just Troy in second.
Yeah, right now 2 Peru members with hearts in.
I think that back connects too. That leaves Kura in like dead 6th, so he's very far behind. He may be able to cut and catch up, but great play from Seiya.
Red in 5th place. He's not getting a shroom in that spot, and this top 2 shock comes in. It might have been like whatever, maybe a French shock, but actually dodge Seiya. Pulling this shroom is actually huge for him, as he's able to secure the 3rd place here. And the issue will be if that guy in first is able to maintain first, it will maintain first.
Yeah, and that had to be a Peru shock. Dodging Seiya there and getting, I'm not sure who that is in first. Maybe Tactical again. Or no, it was Skull. Skull getting into boxes, and he's able to
he definitely
pass Troy when he was still, I believe he was still small, so just by respawning large, Skull was able to make up the ground on him and get first, so really great shock there again from Terrence.
Yeah, either that or a French shock. Actually, it should have happened there because there were no really dodges, but yeah, I do think it was a Peru shock too. Again, Terrence doing a great job, if that's so. And if France needs a track to respond, it's going to be this one. As if Peru gets a winning race here, their momentum is probably going to carry off for the rest of the race. But yeah, France is really well known, at least the players, for coming out back from difficult situations. They have done a lot better, like coming back a lot better. So we can't just take them out, just count them out just yet. But if Peru wins this race, it's going to be a lot harder for them, as the lead keeps growing and growing. And now I think it's +9 even for Peru. It could be flipped around, but yeah, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, this track again, we've seen it already. How pivotal it is for either team to win a race like Choco Island, as again, so short of a track, it's crucial to get a win here. But Cosmo able to maintain first, but look at this, bottom 3 for France, and they look pretty far behind too, so a comeback may not be possible for them.
I actually don't let's see how this race ends, because I don't actually know what. He gets ready
through his protection. Looking like a side red there, and that Bill's also going to pass. Top 2, 5-7 for France.
Yeah, this was all Seiya's fault. Like, okay, he got redded with protection, whatever, but that was his fault because of, like, you get a shroom in second place, and you decide to shroom into first place box, just letting Castle getting all the reds behind him, and last red just was from Castle because of doing that. If he holds his shroom into the last cut, he will easily get first place there. But that was a bit of a misplay, and again, that bad luck for him just paid away. And yeah, +9 race for France, and they are tied going with 4 races left. anything can happen.
Yeah, that was a great play for Kazuo to go around cut. Look, seeing that he was quite literally the only member in top spots he had to drop to try and get better items. Staying in first there would have been the end of him for sure. So just great awareness for him to go around cut. But look at this, tied up. 8 races played. This anyone's game right now. And going into Cheep Island again. Great shroom pull, but gonna take a trail early, so he'll be playing the catch-up. Seiya will be playing the catch-up game. That's a red on the skull as well. This is looking dire, actually, now.
Yeah, also pulling a lot of reds in low spots. I'm not sure what happens there, but from presence from friends, at least at the beginning of the race, is going to be the determinant. If Terrence needs to pull something here, because this is going to be a bit hard to break, as we saw on the reverse variant when Prince was top 3. Castle warping a bit, again with reds in low spots, but they are catching up. They can maybe flip this.
There goes Tactical. He can get a red, so I can get around Makura, but 2 players still left up front. They need to be taken care of now.
Oh, nice back.
Interesting back from Kazuo there. I mean, look at this. Seiya going to be invincible for the rest of the race. If there's a shock at the very last minute, could benefit, but it doesn't look like Kazuo is going to lose that second place. Top 2 for France there.
Top 2, Kura getting 6th place there is going to benefit a bit Peru. But yeah, great race for France overall. Again, we saw what happened if you die at the beginning of this set. It's really hard to come back. And if you don't get the good items to do it, like Seiya didn't get them, like he didn't pull a star or a mega, even shrooms, it could have been a lot better for him. But yeah, top 2 for France, +5 for them. Still everyone's game still, but races are coming into an end, and maybe Seiya's mistake on last track is still haunting him and making him a bit nervous now. But they still have the chance to win it, and they still have the power to do it. So let's see what happens in this last GP with Guy Bazaar being our first track from it. Actually, great stuff. This track, one of the best tracks of this tour so far, but yeah.
Yeah, again, if Peru takes this win right now, they close it out. They move on to semifinals against USA, so definitely pressure on them right now with minus differential with 3 to go. Definitely still in their cards, but yeah, really what happened last race, Seiya getting trailed with that shroom on lap 1 was so crucial for France to keep those top split positions. Not able to use the shroom optimally, and as a result, all of the top spots were just held by France. So far, though, we see that again, top 2 right now. Okay, yeah. He shrooms a little bit, but it'll have to go wide. Maybe he can side red here. And it looks like it's successful. Yeah, he hits out Troy. Nice. And there goes Kazuo's protection. That's a great play there, too.
Yeah, if he can spam the reds here, actually respawning Kazuo back is not a bad idea at all. He's going to... Yeah, he's going to try it. Maybe he did it.
And does he go? No, he respawns forwards, but that's still great. Now top 2 for... Peru, Skull with a heart in first, but that's Kura coming up and starring. But this still tactical shrimming up too.
Yeah, still great front presence for Peru right now. But this reds in slow spots is not going to be helpful for Peru. Seiya hits an unfortunate Nana over there. Kazuo just warping is just making me nervous, and I'm not even playing. They need to if they are able to...
he can grief Kura with this red if his heart runs out, but he gets a... Okay, no, not anymore. Tactical gets put out.
Yeah, saving this Mega here is not going to help him take the cut, but he's able maybe to hit someone in the air, which is... I don't think that's the case, and not taking the cut here will hurt him a bit.
Oh, but Tactical takes cut.
Oh, Shock comes in top 3 for Peru, oh my god.
Okay. I don't think that was intended. It was just being held to secure top spots for Peru, but he'll take 3rd right away from Kazuo there. Highway robbery. top 3 for Peru. Wow, we've got a match going into these last 2 races, folks.
Yeah, I think he got gripped into the finish line. The guy in 4 or 5 didn't dodge, and Seiya dodging there was really like all they needed. Like this top 3, huge, and like what was a Peru shock? It should have been a Peru shock. There's no way it wasn't.
Yeah, it had to have been, I think. And
yeah.
wow, I don't even think they intended to get top 3. They were just holding it.
Yeah,
that's secure first, and it works out.
I think I'm not sure what tactical bit did, but I think just one shroom. No one had anything to cut, and tactical leading that one shroom actually just so valuable for him. And Seiya's decision to just not hold the mega and try to hit someone else, it really paid off. And the shock at the end was the eye stopping, and this could be a very tilting situation for France as we're now heading into Cheep Lagoon, and they might actually not up to back here, as they need desperately a good race now. But I think they're still bagging. Yeah, they are. So they like. Oh no, hitting this race
getting hit out early again. We've seen this so many times from him, and it really just costs his potential at keeping that front presence.
Yeah, right now is maybe to help a lot in the front, and yeah, they if you're Peru right now, they need to keep into the mid spots, trying not to get taken out, because it's looking dire a bit for Seiya. He needs to pull something great here if he wants to still have a chance of comebacking into 5th place. Spots are just fluctuating a bit. Trying to get into the top spot.
That's Troy getting hit out. That's top 2 again for Peru. If they hold this is so really good for them.
This draft in the air was really great. But Castle with a mega in 3rd place, maybe denying, yeah, he will do a lot of work with this. But yeah, Peru members need to avoid this mega at all costs. As oh no,
there's the shot coming in. Cosmo pretty much confirmed for. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this red will connect. I don't know what he has. No, he has nothing. That's such a great red for Seiya. That's 1st place, shrooming off the.
What?
Nope. Never mind. We were all bamboozled. That's still 1st place for Cosmo. A bit of a warp there.
Is that Castle? If it's Castle, that might he might have a hard
like...
I don't know.
No. That can't have been Kazuo. There's almost no way. He had nothing in 1st. Or at least it looked like it. Okay. Right, I guess he had an item. That was... Maybe I missaw? I don't know. That was very weird.
I cannot explain what happened, bro. He had a shroom, okay. He says he had a shroom after the red. So, really clutch ending for him. Actually giving +5 for France. And now the difference is only +3 for Peru. Going into Koopa Troopa Beach 2.
What a track to end this war on. Wow. It's an interesting one for sure. Again, this is anyone's game. Anyone's game, especially on this track, so dependent on this catch-up at the end. We'll have to see who can do that successfully going into this last race. I wouldn't be surprised if either team just runs.
I think they will both back. But the issue here, you don't want to get hit in this track. It's not that common to catch up. So we see bagging for both teams. And the thing is, whoever gets hit in here, I think they most likely lost. As Kura dying is not going to help, as the pack is right now really really close. This red is actually going to hit 2 Peru members, and okay, 1 Peru member
with a mega all the way up here right now. That's huge for them. But this first is good. 2 megas. No, wait, no, this 1, sorry. Okay, so red coming out, and that will be blocked, but Cosmo in 2nd, gonna have free reign to keep doing those. Okay.
Kura going into 1st is not the best thing, 2nd is not the best thing you want if Kazuo had a red. But he can start pressuring into He had a star in 4th place. That's
Yeah, the
not.
star. That's first place for Kura.
That's first place for Kura. If Seiya is able to maintain him, I see builds coming out. I don't know what's happening. He missed
No, that's
one.
1-3-4.
2, 3,
This
4.
is game 3, folks. France have done it on SNES Koopa Beach too.
That's a +2 for France. They are able to come back at the very, very, very end, and I think that's a win for France. Kura Aiden Pool, oh my god, he had a star in 5th place or 4th place after his Mega, and even a red. I'm not sure who he hit. It's called in 1st place, but yeah, it's over. It's France clutching, I think, the win by 2 points, and
the infamous star in 4th, making the difference in this match, and that is a +2 win for France on Koopa Troopa Beach 2. Unbelievable ending. That looks really promising for Peru. Going into lap 2, all Seiya had to do was take Kazuo out, but that Mega from Kura coming up with the star, just unbelievable. What a great pulls for them that secured them the win. Absolutely. I don't know. I was hoping to see a game 3, but just such an unbelievable ending for France.
Bro, Seiya right now should be thinking thinking a lot about that play on Choco Island when he got last place. He should be so mad right now. Peru victory just slips from their hands as they're going into match 3, and lucky for France, or not lucky, what I'm seeing from match 3 is the team that can come back in match 2 will have a great advantage in going into match 3, as for example Germany, USA on MKT, or today Mexico versus Spain. Just the team that won the 2nd match is more likely to carry that momentum into 3rd match and actually win. But as we saw, both teams have the potential to win. So, oh my god, I can't believe that ending. It's not. Everything could have won both sides. I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, just what a great ending for France. Taking it to match 3. This is exactly, as from our perspective, exactly what we want to see here. But yeah, like you said, that's gonna be such a huge boost for France's, mentality overall going into another match. They're still in it, it's gonna be so huge for them. And yeah, Seiya really gonna have to reflect. Just a few tiny misplays that really added up and led to just this very narrow win for France in the end. But I really don't want to discount them. They still played that match super well. Terrence in particular, again, 4 or 5 shocks for him in that war. Gonna be he's just gonna have to keep up his amazing work to keep Peru in it in match 3. But yeah, we are going to take a bit of a break as we figure out when the next room is going to open, how long of a break the teams want to take before going in this next match. Definitely Peru going to benefit from a break if they can take it here. Just a few minutes to, recollect their thoughts and come back and play at their very best for match 3. So we will figure that out, and we will come back to you in the next few minutes. So yeah, stick around, match 3 coming up very soon. Alright everyone, welcome back to Mario Kart Central for our coverage of France vs Peru on Mario Kart Tour. We were about to figure out if Peru will take their 2nd win in a row over France in World Cup quarterfinals, or if France are going to get their revenge from last year and push their way to semifinals with a 2-1 win. I am joined again by Sanch for this matchup, and after this last match's ending, this really is anyone's game, and I'm just so looking forward to how this turns out.
Bro, this I'm glad it didn't happen match 3 because I don't know what I would have done if this ends by a +2 difference for each team going to match 3. But um, so they did it. France did it. They did come back, as I say, like at race 9 or 10. They are experts are coming back, and yeah. So let's see what this game 3 happens. We will be seeing maybe a bit of different tracks, not that different, but let's see how Peru adapts because as we saw, there were more at least pack plays from France that ended up like in good retributions for them, and I think there are no major lineup changes. So yeah, they have another shot. Both teams have another shot if they want to go into semifinals for next week.
Yeah, again, semifinals being against USA for whichever team comes out on top here. And again, USA Peru would be another rematch from last year's World Cup, as that was the third place decider match last year. Again, we're already seeing a repeat of the finals on the other side of the bracket, being Mexico and Japan. So, however, it's really cool to see that, however either of these matches ends up, it's going to be a different. We already know it's going to be a different matchup for finals than last year, and that's already super exciting to see. And yeah, it's really exciting to see a different matchup because we see so many, like, especially Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That game, you almost know from the beginning of the event what the finals matchup is going to be, but having a different one for this year, it's just crazy, and I'm really looking forward to how it turns out.
Yeah, so we should be getting into match soon, and like I can't really tell like adjustments that teams need to do. Just I think both teams need to play their absolute best going into this match 3 if they want to take it home, because yeah, we saw some things, maybe a bit of errors that in your moment you just think there are maybe good things to do, but they ended up being worse for your team, and just little things could have changed that last match outcome. And if Peru chose this like match 3, they're going to be so mad because of that match 2. With they could have gone pretty different, as well as like if France like it could be anyway. Like I'm not sure what to say. I haven't been in this situation, but it should be stressful for both teams. But at least I think France has a bit of a high key over here because they are the ones who come back and they are a bit more motivated, I'd say. So heading on into one of the 4 worst tracks of the entire game. This track, it's not very popular, even if it's a long track. You basically rely on shrooms again on the first set to know who are going to front run and who are going to stay in the back. But yeah, Seiya starting in 3rd place. Dash panel Kart. I think he uses the dash panel Kart a lot lately, even in tracks that I don't think it's a lot like useful. He's going to get a shroom though, and
Good
it's
RNG.
top 2
Good
for
RNG.
yeah, top 2 for Peru right at the back. Someone hitting Seiya trail actually. No, I didn't. Okay,
There's a
so
lag trail, yeah. So top 2-4, great RNG for both Tactical and Seiya for that first set. And again, like, I think this particular version of the track is the most extreme one, as they have such a lead already in first just because of taking that one shortcut at the very beginning of the race. It's such an extreme representation of what that shortcut really that shortcut, no matter the version, just this particular version of the shortcut, how powerful it really is. So a little bit of a dropout for Tactical. Not exactly sure.
yeah,
I think it's just because he went around. He had to get rid of his items there.
yeah, but I don't know why he went around. Like Seiya doing the Nisk here quite useful. They had a lot of a breakaway because I think Skull in third place just doing a lot of pack work. The top two is still secure. Top three coming out for Skull. Guy in second place actually, it's really close. So Seiya should be keeping his trail no matter if their teammates are close to him. In case of something bad happens here right now, but it's looking good for them. And we see Terrence in last place, so it could be a great way to start this third match for Peru if they're able to maintain this and survive spam that coming out now. It's not looking good for France, and it's a top three for the first race. And yeah, you couldn't be more happy if you're Peru. All the momentum back from that comeback last match, I think it's already gone, and Peru gaining the confidence once again as just the first race passes, and what a great way to start. But yeah, again, like you get shrooms the first set, you are most likely able to hold the top spots, and then yeah, that's it. Top 3-8 for Peru. Great place from Skull into the pack. He did an awesome job actually because you can pull shrooms in third and fourth place, and you could have lost that top two way easy. But even without shrooms, they were able to maintain the top two and even top three. So yeah.
Yeah, great stuff there from Peru. And, you know, I definitely want to point out what you said about regaining their confidence, because not only did Peru just dominate that race, but they dominated it in such an uneventful way. Literally taking the cut on lap one was all they had to do. And they just ran after that. Really just, I would imagine that's such a great confidence boost for them. Just running and taking the win off of it. So going into, I think this is actually the first time we've seen this track today, Donut Plains 2 RT. Yeah. And maybe we will see some juicy mushroom respawns on this version, as you can fall off between the ramp and the big mushrooms, which we'll see at the second half of the track, and get a nice forward respawn. We've seen plenty of those before, but this one is only really faster with a mushroom. Seiya gonna be trailed out early. Yet again, we've seen that so many times before. Seiya getting taken out early by some trails, but putting him in 6th right away, he has a great potential to get a shroom here at this item set. And he'll get 2, actually, so hopefully we'll see the respawn. A little bit of a tight angle, so he's not able to enter it correctly, but still 134 right now for Peru.
Oh, this hard pull is actually going to help him a lot. And so yeah, if one good thing happens in like if there's one good thing about this track is that respawn, because other than that it's not really great to play, as this mega mushroom in 4th place, see that star in 4th place is not going to help Peru. Like it's not going to help him. He's going to probably hold it like into the respawn here. He get no.
And there's a France. I gotta assume that's a France shock. Top 3.
Did see that already.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone already. This direct response to the last race with a shock on Donut Plains. Great stuff there from France. And that may even put them in the lead, as their bagger might get 7th here.
Yeah, it will be putting back into the lead. And yeah, first 2 races top 3, and then top 3 for the other team. Actually, I think I don't know if Romain or Jens will pull the shock there, but great job for them. I think that's one of, if not the first offensive French shock in all the 3 matches. Romain pulling the shock there, great job for him. And +2 for France, just like that. Guys, we have a match here.
Yeah, wow, I think that's the first time in this World Cup we've seen 2 top 3s back-to-back from the opposing, from, you know, both teams. Just a direct response like that. It's huge and really entertaining to watch. But yeah, I also want to point out that Kura subbed out, and we now have Ryu Kano in for France. And do want to point that out because Ryu, we were mentioning before how match 1, France really fell to Peru's pack play, and Ryu, I think, is a great pack player. I think he's exactly the player they want to have in for this match. He is a great all-around player, but I think he really excels in that pack play. So I think that's going to be great to see from them going into this match 3 for France. But going into Cheep, another early hit onto Seiya. He has the Shroom, though. He can recover pretty well. That's also an early hit onto Ryu here. And 2-3 right now for Peru.
It should be a 2-3-5. Let's say I what? Okay, he hit. Nah.
I don't know what that Nano's even doing there. That didn't make much sense, but he will hit it regardless.
Yeah, so Seiya, what he needs to do right now is just prevent Ryu kind of from going forward. Those reflexes were really huge, but yeah.
2 now actually for Peru.
Yeah, Peru players just went into the front, and they are actually not that hard back, and Ryu kind of not getting the good items he wanted. Troy gets killed out, and Kazu's lurking into that second place. He gets
taken hit too. He should just back this bomb. It got lag trail away. I don't think it hits anyone. So
yeah, streaming here, just trying to get this top 3 going up, and if no shock, if no blue, this is not looking good for France. As Peru doing some godlike plays. That's shock.
There it is.
Romain,
getting into the set. That's a dodge for Troy. He may get some squishes off. Red show on the Seiya. That's 6th place.
Yeah, that's he can't do much about it.
Will they keep 2-3 though? Another back bomb.
This red shield could have done some work, but that bomb is just it is not Seiya's day apparently.
Definitely not his race at the very least. But Tactical and Skull keep 2-3. So at the very least, after that shock, it was looking pretty bad. But Troy was the only dodge there, and that meant that he was the only one who could really take over those top positions. And still a winning race for them, but could have been a lot better if they had some more items in the back.
Yeah, just like that, you just need one shock to flip that race out. And what looked like a +11 for Peru turned out to be a +1 for France, or +2. I'm not sure.
+1, yeah.
Yeah. So Romain already had 2 shocks this last war. That's just they got 2 shocks right now, but they didn't got offensive shocks in last matches. Just proving that this game you can't really rely on shocks, but luckily for them, they had 1 dodge. That's all they needed to take. Like Troy dodging into first, and then their other players shocked into boxes, so they could come back with that red on Seiya, and then that bomb just ended his career.
Yeah, so many items just being backed and thrown, being just bumped around everywhere for Seiya that race. Starting in first again, and we'll have to see if this helps improve his chances at staying in the front after the first set. 2-3-4, though, start for France. They're just going to throw everything forward, try and hit him out. Shroom first, though, for Seiya, who going to opt to hold it, actually. I think that's a decent play since, yeah, that puts Skull into second. He can red out first if he wants to. I don't think that connected, but Seiya gonna Shroom into first here.
I'm not sure if that really connected, but yeah, it's going to dive. 2 coins is the worst pull actually, but
top 3 right now.
Yeah, top 3 already
kind
back.
of close to it. Okay, I think that's Troy.
Yeah, but being so close to the back, maybe Seiya wants to drop here because the guys who are right now in 5th and 6th are probably going to win the race because of the items they're going to pull.
He gets a Shroom anyway, though.
And
that's a trail onto Ryu, and Troy gets hit too. That's huge.
Mega going to come out here. Shock again.
Another shock for Romain, though. That's going to dodge the player in the Mega. I think that was Ryu. Star pull for Seiya. He can make up a little bit of ground, but this is top... Oh, wait.
Yeah, this top 3 is a bit gone. Seiya can only...
Okay, I'm a little confused as to why I'm not seeing Peru players taking the cut there, but that just secures top 2 for France.
They didn't got items to cut. Like he didn't got a Shroom, and if you didn't get a Shroom there, you just had to go around and just use 1 miniature to go into the lower path. But sitting at race 4 and already 3 shocks from Romain, Terence is not having his best luck here. And again, French players dodging into the front. And as I told you, like if Seiya had dropped there, he will have gotten the Mega instead of Real Cannon. So considering that the pack was really close, and this race in particular, you didn't want to do that. You're Seiya top 258 for France. That's a +7 race for them, and they're right now sitting at a +10 difference. It's not that much. It's either team still, but um, three shocks already. Yeah, they hurt.
Yeah, definitely completely different story from last war already with these shocks from France, but still plenty of time to make some changes here, specifically for Terrence. And, we also might want to point out that I in particular haven't been paying much attention to the bagging battle, so maybe some of those shocks were in 7th for Romain. I really haven't been paying attention, but yeah, well, it's possible. So it's definitely still in Terrence's favor to pull some shocks to make up this difference here. But going into RMX Choco Island 2T, I think that's an early... No, it doesn't connect. So, okay, yeah. Seiya dropping. I like that, actually. That puts top 3 for France, and that's really not what they want for this track. As we've already discussed, this cut at the end is so huge. You can throw the red and then go into the cut here, and I think that will actually... I think that might have connected, I'm not too sure, but that puts him in a heart and... Yeah, he gets the second box, that's huge.
Oh, he missed a bit his line. 2 reds in 3rd place. It's not the best if your teammate... Okay, he can get the red here.
I think it broke.
Yeah, throw with this Mega should be win the race if nothing happens to him. He decided to chain his heart there. If he doesn't pull a shroom here...
He's probably getting 6th, and yeah, he'll have to go around. Ryu also going around, though. And 2 Peru members actually take cuts, so that's 1-3-5.
1-3-5-7 for Peru. Shock comes in late. It could have been a French shock since Seiya was in Dutch. If it was, then Romain has already 4 shocks. But great response from Peru. This race is what they need. They're just 5 points away to being tied. So let me explain. Like maybe Seiya had if you have a heart second lap, you probably want to spam it as soon as you can. But he didn't pull a shroom in 5th place. He could have ended in 4 or something like that if he got it there. But maybe holding that shroom wasn't the worst play. But I can understand, if you have a heart, you want to spam it as soon as you can to not die. So a bit of a bad luck there, but still a winning race for Peru. And going into Playa Koopa 2. Let's see what they can roll in here, because we have seen the reverse version and how deadly shocks can be. So if Romain pulls another shock, it's going to be really difficult for them. As we're going into race 6, or we are in race 6, I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, it could be either way still.
Yeah, one thing I do want to ask is, will we see 6 shrooms for Seiya again on this race? We'll have to see. That was definitely a sight to behold. We'll have to see if he can pull those items again. Opting to not start up, I mean, that works. He'll stay in 6th for now. He should at least have 2 shots at 6th place items, and that's... Honestly, that's really good for him. Actually, no. One France player will get hit out, so he gets 5th place. These are not the items he wants, but he can get this red off onto... I believe that's Ryu there. No, maybe not now. He has a trail.
Yeah, so still Tactical and Skull can bounce back. We'll see the first triple mushroom pull, but we're gonna pull in triple mushroom too. And this star in 4th place. Oh, that red shield is actually going to be great.
Yeah, that's a good red.
Yeah,
and now double reds for Kazuo. That was a great play to use the triple shrooms there. He will get this red onto Kazuo, taking over first here. But this star is still going to play a factor, I think, once it's activated.
I'm not sure if it wasn't activated already. Yeah, the shock from Romain again and Troy dodging. School dodging is actually it's going
Full
to get
dodging, yeah, that's so clutch for him. Gonna be able to keep first, and tactical 2 coming up in a star 2.
Yeah,
That's
so
1-3 again for them.
Yeah, that was actually Romain shock once again, and it's actually going to benefit Peru members who were in dodges. Or I think I'm not sure if tactical dodged that, but
I think he
surely got a
chained
ball.
that, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah,
But off of a France shock, that's so huge for them. I think that might actually put them in the lead, or maybe tied.
No, it's going to be -2, I think. So -2 for Peru. And,
Okay, yeah, never mind. Math is hard.
Yeah, again, French shock. Like, what is happening in the back? What is Stearns doing? Like, that shock actually benefit them, but that shouldn't happen. Like, if you're bagging, you didn't see too much shocks. So he needs to stop French shocks like right now, because Peru they bounced back even with all the shocks that they have embraced. And if there's no shock, I think they're just winning the presence play a bit more. Pointing out Seiya's exceptional pack play over there, Ren Ryukano getting the box in second and then taking out Kazu with 1 set left and really close to the finish line. Kazu was already out of the game if it wasn't for that shock. So
yeah, absolutely. So we're at the halfway mark, actually. This war feels like it's gone really fast, but +2 difference for France after 6 races here. We're gonna have to see again. It's really all on Terrence right now for Peru to make up this difference here. And yeah, I do want to point out I was paying attention in that race, and that was a last place shock for Romain. So gonna have to see if he can adapt going into these next races. That snipe looked like it should have hit, but it didn't. But top 2 right now for Peru.
Yeah, holding this top 2 is really close actually for French players behind them. This red is
that bomb hits. Great bomb on the Kazuo.
Yeah, and the guy in 6th place is actually getting out that red shield from Seiya. Is going to be great for him. He might want to hold it. Okay, he's not going to hold it. But yeah, this chain is not the best. Or at least not what you're looking for. Maybe he wants to hold this shroom and just secure this. Okay, he's going to chain both items and get a red. Actually,
a red.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit Kazuo. That leaves just Troy to contest this top spot, but he has a shroom, so he really can't do much to hit them.
Yeah, exactly. I was saying that this red is not going to connect, but the red from 6th place is going to connect into. Okay,
Troy gets first.
Huge.
Troy gets first, seemingly out of nowhere. He must have just shroomed out of them, because they didn't get hit out. So that's another winning race for France off of that shroom from Troy. Great stuff there.
Yeah, reds in 6th place. Just stop reds in low spots. Like, it's not the say as they are right now, it seems. And shock comes in very late. It was pulled, I think, last set or something like that. So yeah, +2 for France is right now +5 for France. Still a close difference, but yeah, after that, like staying in top 2 all the race, and then all of a sudden you lose the top spot, and say wasn't able to help them much. I think if he had hold the Mega for one more set, he could have taken the both of the grass cuts and maybe do something up there. But we'll never know. Heading into Rock Mountain, one of the worst tracks in the tour again. You need shrooms to do something here, but at least you have more chances to get shrooms. It's not that random like reverse version. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I do want to point out Troy 59 after 7. That is an exceptional individual score. Just really shows how much of an impact he's having on France being in those top positions consistently. So that's a great draft, and that's a great pull for Seiya. But second place being France right now, he'll have to be careful. But even with 2 shrooms, he can recover if he gets hit out. But that's actually top 2 now, so he has no worry in the world right now.
Yeah, he just need a bit of protection from Skull, and Seiya just gone to win the race. But let's see what happens here. But Klaus, that French member is really close to Skull too. So if there's a red shell, it should happen. It should have happened already. Oh, that green shell.
That's a
is
great
going to be-
green, and that hits 2 Peru members. That's top 2 now, just like that for France. There's the blue shell though. He's gonna get off the glider. That's a
early
good.
future, but,
That's a
yeah,
good timing on that, but that still just leaves Ryu in first.
Yeah, I think
With the
Castle
shroom, I
actually
think.
got the glider.
No,
And
no, that's not a shroom.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think that's a red shell or something sort.
2 red
Seiya
shells,
right now, Seiya right now needs to
but not anymore.
yeah, he needs to start chaining reds into first place. I think that red broke. I'm very sure, but
I think both of them broke there, and a coin in second for Seiya. That's not going to help hit out Ryu here, still holding protection in first.
a shroom. Yeah, it
Oh
was.
wait, nope, never mind. Yeah, it was a shroom. Okay, I'm blind this race, so
Yeah, so
Ryu gonna be able to take the cut though, so he's not out of it yet.
yeah. Everyone taking the
Fine.
cut, and Seiya in fifth place. He's had to be careful here because of that ball. Okay, he didn't get. Oh, Ryu kind of gets.
There goes a French
now?
member. Yeah.
No,
Oh
he
no, that was Ryu. Okay, top 2 remains
two
for
for-
France off the cut.
Yeah. Did you like that decision of Ray and Ricano after before the set of boxes? Like, say I got double coin because of that, or he at least he got a first place item box, and Ryu able to just take the cuts because he was really far away. Yeah, sadly, it would have been a different story if that red shield wasn't lagged like at the beginning of the lap. Top 2 for France.
Yeah.
Again, +5 for them. Going into, I think, race 9, and they have a +10 differential. Still a close game. Just with a winning race, Peru is right back into it. But that's the thing, they have to get that winning race. And if it's a short track, then that's a perfect moment to do it.
Yeah, I think that red certainly should have been held, at least to throw it into the set. Whether it hit Ryu after he used the shroom or not, just getting that second place box would have been all the more better for him. And yeah, because that double coin, you really don't have much of a chance at doing anything with those items. So
yeah. But now,
and...
yeah, two items set track actually. Everyone going with a hard character. Maybe they know something I don't, but usually you like to play with this with triple shrooms because of this. A cut at the beginning is going to be really huge for whoever gets it. So let's see who can pull shrooms into the first set. They're possibly going to win the race if they are in top spots. Seiya getting a shroom, Skull getting a shroom. Kazuo, I think he didn't got a shroom, so he might want to drop here. Oh no, he got a shroom. Okay, so top 3 has shroom, maybe top 4, I don't know. But yeah, this is going to be just normal driving until the last, like the starting of the second lap, which everything is going to be interesting. Terrence, Terrence actually in 7th place by a lot. I'm not sure why he did that, but
I think he's straight up driving. He might have it, to be honest. That's nice right onto Kazuo there.
That was a good play for
top
Castle.
3.
Yeah, I think Seiya want to activate this pretty early, but this top is looking pretty good for them. But again, like Shock could be in play because Romain has gotten 2 boxes again in 8th place. Pack is really close. He should be using his heart right away, maybe. But this should be a top 2 at least for Peru. No, bro,
Shocked out of his heart. That's such. I don't know if that was intentional. I feel like that can have been intentional timing there. That is just so unfortunate. Poor Seiya, and that's top 2.
You can't do that, bro. I literally told you. You can't really do that. You have to spam that hard because it's not going to last any longer. And with Terrence, just I don't know why they didn't back hard enough. That last book that Romain got, just get the shock for them, and just like that, I think they have only 3 races to go, and this race was just a huge blow for France. I think they're plus 19 right now. For those who didn't know, if you get a top 4 this race, you get plus 19. So they need a top 4 just to tie the war. I'm sorry. And yeah, no, that's. I mean, Okay, you risk like not getting top 2, but like I told you to activate the heart, bro. Is going to be so mad because of that, and this track is not going to help maybe Peru. Like if they can get a red onto the glider, then that's okay. But if Peru members get taken out, they have no way to come back, and if that happens, French is just going to secure uh, their spot in the front. It's
Yeah,
looking not really good. They need to do something here. Maybe all run up. I don't know, but
I I I think this is the version of this track that has 3 sets, so I don't think that's really a good idea for this track. Maybe they'll get another like Koopa Beach or Choco or something, another hurley hit onto Seiya. He just cannot avoid these today. But also Troy getting hit out, so there's a nice trade. Top 2 for Peru. And I really just...
oh, this
Man,
mega
like, this
huge.
war is just going so fast. There's only 3 races left, plus 19 for France, and yeah, this is looking so... all the pressure's on them right now.
Oh, Tactical trying to drop there into Red Castle. He's going to. Oh, he's in
No,
a
he's
heart.
in a heart.
Oh,
There
the red.
goes Skull, actually.
The red
So...
skipped Castle, but I think
the
Tactical can
snipe
get
as
this double
well.
red here. Maybe.
He's holding
Yeah,
this mega. I don't know if that signals shocks in play. It
I don't
looks like
think
both
so.
players are still bagging, so I don't think it is.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
he's
think
just gonna
so.
use it now. And oh my gosh, like France, they can't win this race. Peru has to make a play right now to get this 1-3 out.
Yeah, maybe a snipe here or something. I'm not sure what's going to be needed.
And
Red
there's
from
another red
six
from 6
again, and
on
put
to
two greens in
Seiya.
fifth place. It's okay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Tactical and
good.
Skull
Alright.
clutch top 2 there. I don't know how they managed to do it. We couldn't quite see it, but wow. That's saving Peru right now.
If the bagger can get 7th place here, that's a +7 for them, and just be -3 with 1 race left or 2 races left. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, this is race 10, so 2 left.
2 left, and then I might be okay. No, sorry, they were at -19. With this +7, they're still more than 10 points away, but they have 2 races to do it, and this is the start that they need. But this is really demoralizing. Like they got a red in 6th place, and then your items in 5th are just both greens. So okay.
Yeah, he's not. This is not his match. Not his match, but he's gotta get into one of those front positions to help out his teammates here. Of course, that race was great for them, great start, but they can't. Like, they need more. They still need more. 2 races left. Going to Troopa Beach. Trick, yeah. So that shrimless cut on lap 1 is removed, as we will just take a nice ramp all the way over to the cave, but.
Nice.
Yeah, this is going to be so dependent on these early hits.
Yeah, whoever gets hit here, I don't think is going to come back. Seiya able
Nice
to.
draft.
Okay, Skull gets taken out. This is not the best for him, as this track is good at running. Very good. This red is actually
There
going
goes,
to be.
I think that was Kazuo, so now
Right.
1-3
Nice.
again.
1-3 again. Troy with this item in second could possibly do a lot of damage if used correctly, but I'm not sure what he did.
No, it didn't.
There's a mega in 3rd place. They
Peru,
need to
yeah,
get rid of
well.
it. There again, now it started the red festival into the guy in 1st, but Seiya able to shroom into 2nd might stop
That's
some red
huge.
actually. Yeah, he needs to shroom right now if he wants to protect.
Yeah,
his
he
guy.
needs, he needs to
Yeah.
shroom. There you go.
Okay,
Top 2,
perfect.
4 even for Peru. This is huge right now.
I don't know what happened to that mega mushroom, but right now, if they can manage to maintain this top 2, actually that heart saves Seiya from an instant death. And yeah, they need to maintain this top 2. Like, stars coming up, they are really close. This star is going to
That's gonna connect. That's Kazuo getting the star off. He might be able to. No.
Tactical keeps 1st, but
Oh
no,
he doesn't. 1-3 for France. Oh no, this is looking so dire now. That's what, +3 or +5?
But
I
that
think
is star in like 4th or 5th place again.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but at least like Castle doing a great effort just catching into tactical over there, and I think they could have done a bit better. At least tactical could have got first. I think he messed up a bit his line after the cave with 1-3-6-7 for France. That means that's a +3, and right now Peru needs
So
a top 3-5
they're
just to
not they're
tie.
not out of it, but that means they can't bag. Bagging is no
Oh.
longer an option, and Airship Fortress, one of the best bagging tracks in the game. Also one of the best runners, but without Shock, this could be very dire for Peru here.
If it was like Choco Island one, I'd say they had a lot more chances. But right now they can't back. They can't back really.
They
Like
can't bag. Yeah.
just hope like for example like a midway like something that could save them is a mid race DC, but you can't really count on that.
What
just
they need to do is have spots in 6th or 7th, close to the pack, and then chain dodges. Always always have one member in a dodge at least.
Either that or just stay in the front and just pray for no shock. Actually, that could be a great he's going to okay. He didn't hit the fire. Pack is actually really close. As we see, I think it's Casual again pressuring into guys in first with no item. That okay, he has a shroom, so they can maybe start pressuring into Casual. But Seiya actually going to opt to chain both his items. That red is going to connect into him, and that's
top
a top
three.
3.
Top 3
And
6. Top 3 6 is a tie, so they gotta get that. That is, I believe that's Terrence back there. He's got to get back up, but look how far behind bottom 2 is.
Yeah,
This is
I don't know
already-
why they are doing that.
Oh,
I think
no.
they're just trolling into Terrence. Just don't let him get into 6th place, and that's all that France needs. Just hitting Terrence, that's all you need. That you don't need to mind about this top 3. If you make the Terrence not getting into the first place, like into 6th place, then that's a win for France. And we see Terrence just needs to get to 1 spot, and then Skull needs to get at least 2 spots if he has to do something here. These
I think he got hit out though. I don't think this is gonna be enough for Peru here.
He might.
He has to go for a back.
Now, okay, this red is actually great, but it doesn't connect. All right, yeah. So that is GG, and it's not enough for Peru to come back. And France actually taking the win here by a bit. It was an insane match to watch and to cast, and it could have gone to both sides. Really, it was really close. Troy actually dropping 88 points over there, and yeah, France winning this match, just crazy. Like they played really well actually, and sadly for Peru, there were a lot of shocks this war for France especially, and they are right now really mad. I think about those errors that made France won match 2. Just insane performance for both teams, and really huge congrats to France for doing that. That great, like they did awesome. Like they bounced back really good. Their pack play was amazing after the first matches 2 and 3. They played really well in the middle, and yeah, little mistake errors by Peru members costed us great things. Like for example, these Koopa Troopa Beach race, and not sure what happened to Terrence last race, but yeah, pretty epic. And yeah, I have no words. As we told you, this is going to be the most hyped match for the World Cup, like in this moment. And we weren't wrong. This match was just insane.
Yeah, our only series that was taken to a 3rd game, but France, they've done it. They took revenge on Peru last year. Again, this is a direct repeat match from last year's World Cup, and France managed to take their revenge, moving on to semifinals. They will be playing against United States next week in that semifinals match, and I got obviously having Mexico and Japan on the other side of the bracket. And like I mentioned before, no matter what the outcome of these matches are, we are going to have a different matchup in the finals this year. That is different from last year. So we cannot see a repeat of Japan-Mexico. So already looking forward to that. That's going to be absolutely huge to see, especially considering we have so many, the other Mario Karts. It's a more predictable outcome, but we already know it's going to be a different finalist is going to be huge. So definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, that is your completed quarterfinals. Like I mentioned, top 4 teams: Japan, Mexico, USA, and France being determined here. And we will start next week with semifinals for all games. But this ends all of the matches for Mario Kart Tour. Thanks everyone for watching. Congrats again to France on moving on to the semifinals. And that being said, there are still several matches left for the World Cup. I believe there are 2 more, actually. We have... Ooh, actually... I know for a fact we have US North versus US South on Mario Kart Wii. I think that's the most anticipated match for that game, at the very least.
Yeah, so
And then I believe we have another...
No, that's the only match left.
Oh, that's... Okay, yeah, you're
It's
right.
going to happen at 8 p.m. ET, which could transfer to all Latin viewers right now to 7 p.m. Mexican time. This match, if you don't play MKW, it's okay. These two teams are actually, I think, the top 2 seeds for MKW.
In the tournament, yeah.
They have to split USA because they are just too strong of the country, and having 2 teams with 2 teams, they're just insane. So maybe you don't want to miss that action coming up at 8 p.m. On EGTV channel. So thanks everyone for watching again. Congrats for France, and really great effort for Peru. They're going to bang their heads on that second match, where everything could have gone a bit better for them. But yeah, I think that's all we have to say for today. Yeah, so stay tuned for that match for next week.
Yeah, definitely check out US North versus US South at 8 p.m. on EGTV, and stick around for next week as we have top 4 for all games coming at you. So we will see you then. Thanks again, everyone, for watching.
Yeah.